Steve Jobs, visionary, rebel, genius. This is him at his peak, and this just months before his life was cut short due to a terrible illness. But beyond the legend lies a story of resilience, innovation, and powerful lessons that can change the way you think. How did a college dropout reshape the world? Let's find out. From the very beginning, his life was anything but easy. Born in 1955 in San Francisco, he was given up for adoption by his young biological parents, who believed only a college-educated family could secure his future. Paul and Clara Jobs, a working-class couple, adopted him, promising to send him to college, though neither had attended one themselves. Back then, graduating from college was seen as essential to making it in life. Unlike today, pursuing a dream without a degree was almost unthinkable. But despite all odds, this child would grow up to challenge that very idea and change the world forever. Growing up in Silicon Valley, Jobs was surrounded by innovation. In the 1960s, computers were massive, expensive, and exclusive to big corporations and universities. But nearby, a young engineer near Steve's house was already working on a smaller, personal computer, something that would later change everything. At 12, Jobs' curiosity led him to call Bill Hewlett, co-founder of HP, asking for parts for a project. Impressed by Steve's confidence and determination, Hewlett gave him the components he needed and a summer job at HP, exposing him to cutting-edge technology and brilliant minds. For him, this wasn't just an experience. It was a glimpse into the future, a future he was about to shape in ways no one could imagine. Following his parents' dream, he enrolled at Reed College, but quickly felt uninspired by mandatory courses. Just one semester in, he made a shocking decision. He dropped out. His parents had sacrificed for his education, and now he was walking away. Yet despite leaving college, he would become one of the most revolutionary figures in technology. Years later, in a legendary Stanford speech, he shared the three most valuable lessons of his life: connecting the dots, love and loss, and the most profound, death. With over 50 million views, this speech continues to inspire. But to truly understand its impact, we first need to explore the defining moments that shaped Steve Jobs, from his adoption to his battle with cancer. Because only then can we truly grasp the impact of his words. At first, Steve Jobs' decision to drop out of college may seem tragic, especially considering his potential. But his choice was well thought out. Jobs didn't want to disappoint his parents, who sacrificed a lot for his education. So he decided to stay on campus but follow his own rules, attending only the classes that interested him. He started fending for himself, sleeping in friends' rooms, and even collecting cans for money to eat. This shows that Steve's interest in learning was always there. But why did he leave? While searching for purpose, Jobs connected with the hippie movement, which challenged societal norms. Emerging in the 1960s, it was a response to issues like the Vietnam War and growing materialism. Remember the neighbor I mentioned earlier? This is when he becomes significant in Steve's life. His name is Wozniak, and he's been working on a project that seemed almost impossible at the time: a personal computer. At that point, the idea, with more funding, Apple became a formal company, left Jobs' garage to compete in an emerging industry, and they were able to develop the Apple II, which became the first personal computer for the mass market. This success skyrocketed Apple's sales, and the company quickly grew, marking a turning point in the world of personal computers. By the lead to meaningful outcomes. Jobs continued to push for more, believing Apple needed to go even further. He met John Sculley, Pepsi's CEO, and persuaded him to join Apple with the now iconic line. Bill Gates. Gates' company, Microsoft, began by helping Apple develop its operating system, but soon Gates launched Windows, a system shockingly similar to Macintosh. This would trigger the downfall of Apple, with Windows gaining a strong foothold in the market. Despite a lawsuit from Apple, the damage was done, and took a break, married Lorraine Powell, and focused on his family. Later, driven by his love for what he did, he founded Next Computer, developing high-performance machines for the educational and business sectors. He also acquired Pixar, which led to the revolutionary Toy Story, changing both the film industry and his own life. Meanwhile, Apple was struggling, facing decline after Jobs' departure. Without new products, Apple couldn't keep up with Microsoft's rising dominance. In a desperate move, Apple bought Next, bringing Jobs back. He returned as CEO, doing what you love. Upon his return, Jobs revolutionized Apple with the iMac, a sleek desktop that connected to the internet at the perfect time. This success marked the beginning of Apple's revival. The company soon launched the iPod, which completely changed the music industry, allowing people to store thousands of songs in a portable device and stream them seamlessly with iTunes. However, in 2004, Jobs was diagnosed, sharing 3 important lessons he learned about life. We've already covered 2, connecting the dots and love and loss. The third lesson was death. Jobs shared that knowing death was inevitable helped him focus on what truly mattered. On October 5, 2011, Jobs passed away, but his legacy lived on. Apple, now one of the most valuable companies, continues to innovate under Tim Cook, with Jobs' vision shaping its products and culture. His influence on technology and the world